Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, the Kabam live stream just finished, and it was quite eventful. Now, before I carry on, regardless of what I say, there will be very polarized opinions about many of the things that we're going to discuss, but this live stream definitely also, besides all other issues, social or otherwise, made me really think about the recent increase in paywall champions. And that is gonna get its own dedicated video, because I do think Kabam is overdoing it with top of the line meta champions coming out left and right in every event now that are not made available otherwise. And it would be one thing if they, release these champions as exclusives or somewhat exclusive for these events, and then, 3 months later, 4 months later, added them in the base pool or Titans or other ways to acquire them. But they don't. And that's a big thing. Like, for crying out loud, even though Mega Race champions from over a year ago are still not available otherwise. So that's definitely going to be a video and so let's get to it. So the next saga is going to be Fantastic Force Saga. That is going to start in June, will last up until September. It's going to feature special rotating saga boosts, saga themed raids. In July, we will have an entire month of raids, 4 raids in a row. Alliance War Encounter Showcase, as always, Incursion Saga sector. I always like those. New Saga Chase Champion. It is going to be Mr. Fantastic, which I know a lot of people don't like or don't want to. I do, so I'm not mad because I have always liked Mr. Fantastic. New Idol Chase, we're going to discuss that in a bit. Saga Sale and Saga themed meta events, Rebirth event. That's going to be something interesting, allegedly. We do have this, one second, let me just double check that the sound's off. Trailer, and I genuinely like this trailer. It was very well made. It was one of the nicer trailers, so I'm probably going to let it run in its entirety. But the point being is, I mean, like, these are kind of neat, nifty little things, and I do enjoy them. And look at that Saga man go, man. Really wish they would make him into an actually good champion. But look at them, Fantastic Four battling it out. And the little Herbie in the middle, Diablo getting wrecked, obviously, and seemingly quite useless. Anything he does immediately gets shrugged off, and somebody is about to get it. There you go. There you go. Human Torch flying around. Human Torch is coming out as 7-star as well. So that's the big thing. The bad thing is Human Torch is probably going to cost upwards of $500 to acquire in July sales. And here we go. Dr. Doom's arriving. Right. So, Fantastic Four Saga. In the month of June, we're effectively going to get things boost. So Saga attackers gain the following bonuses in event and side quest. It's kind of a shame it's just those two. But blocking an attack basically grants you 1 rock stack, parries get you 5, max 15, and then you increase your physical and energy resistance. And then if you activate special attack, you consume all your rock stacks and get a Fury passive for 15 seconds, or plus 20% for each rock stack consumed, max 2 of these. And if struck while one of these Fury passives are active, consume it to gain unstoppable passive. So, I mean, like, could be quite fun still. Then, obviously, we do have Mr. Fantastic as a 7-star. I mean, I like him. I'm probably going to take him to rank 3 because I have always liked him. But the problem is you do need to get him awakened, which is probably going to be costly endeavor. Not probably, definitely is going to get costly. Because, here you go, Mr. Fantastic, how to acquire research grants. As a free-to-play player, you will be able to get 110 in total. So here is the list of how you're going to get each of them over the course of 3 months. You can get up to 110. And with that, you're also going to get 1 to 2 to 3 gem for Mr. Fantastic and 7-star Mr. Fantastic. So bring it, I suppose. And you can also obviously get 6-star one if you don't collect many. And Fantastic Force Saga. Fantastic Fluctuating Box. This is going to get introduced at some point later, but it's going to be like a new type of offer Saga sale, I suppose. I didn't quite get it in this detail, but apparently it's going to be like a 1 random item from 15 with potential of a 7-star Awakening gem. And there you go, Heatwave. It's going to be July 4th sale, but it's going to start on June the 27th and will last until July the 7th. Extra items and cash offers, as always. Unit-based offers with solo event, web store, milestone track, as always. CCP promo code, and the 7-star Human Torch first availability. So that's it. 7-star Human Torch is coming to the game, and very, very soon. As a 7-star, he's going to nuke so many champions. Fine, whatever. Then obviously they had an issue with their clip. Then we have the 2 new champions. Let me double check. Carolina Dean, the blonde one, and Nico Minori, the dark-haired one. So, what do you need to know about both of them, effectively? Well, we're going to first talk about Valiant TQ, but I'll get to that. So Valiant Event Quest version 2, basically nothing really changes aside from the fact that it's open to Paragons now, which not everybody is happy about, but still. So Paragon players can start earning tier 7 basics now, so that's kind of cool for them. But yeah, it's basically going to be the same thing as before. The rewards are also just about the same, 150 units, 15,000 7-star shards, 8,000 Titan shards, tier 7 basic frags, 2,000 Awakening Gem shards, some 7-star 6 stones, all that stuff. Side quest, it's going to be use Saga champions to gain more extraction samples, then use them to complete a quest, and then use another item to complete a bonus quest. It's honestly, I don't know what's the best way to say, but it's going to be a side event. You're going to earn a thingy, to do a thingy, to get a thingy, to do a thing. It's going to be more complicated than, some of the recent ones. But we'll see what the rewards are. And then we have the Nico Minori. Nico Minori is, and I will absolutely surprise you right now, going to be a Serpent and Dark Phoenix counter. I know, it's shocking. She's a Dark Phoenix counter because number 1, stacks up bleeds, and stacks up poisons. Each poison reduces the no flame duration from the Dark Phoenix by 20%. So stack up 5 of them. None of the no flames are there. And she has got a refreshable buff immunity. So that is one of the ways how you can get around the immortality and everything else. And that means she is picture perfect counter to Dark Phoenix and Serpent. Obviously, more details on her abilities will follow. She will have access, obviously, to Acid Burn. She will, have some fairly unique abilities that you can only use like once per quest as a pre-fights, which is fitting to her character, as far as I gather. So that's about for Nico Minori. So refreshable buff immunity, inflicts poison or acid burn, utilizes adrenaline mechanic better somehow, gains power when the opponent gains buffs, and for one-time use pre-fight effects, inflicts buff immunity at the start of the fight, boosts her adrenaline, grants her immunity to poison and rapture, and replaces poison with incinerates. So looks quite useful. Looks like Black Widow Clairvoyant 2.0, kind of. So we'll see how good she is. And yeah, so we can see her like rotation in a Winter Soldier fight. Let me just fast forward this a bit. He's gonna activate one of the pre-fights that doesn't really matter there. I think boosting her adrenaline mechanic, but the point being is her rotation starts with throwing heavy attack, getting that adrenaline started there, or what that is, and the fury buff. And then you stack buffs on the opponent, kind of like, again, Voodoo or Kushala. And then you convert them into the poisons, just about or pretty much. And you get your buff immunity with that level 2. And, you're just chilling. You are refreshing stuff, I think, with level 1. Yeah, the buff immunity refreshes with level 1. And there she goes. Now, I'll be honest, it doesn't look like she's a super high damage output champion. But I'm sure that against Serpent and Dark Phoenix, her damage will be high. Because this is rank 4 7-star against Winter Soldier. She's used level 2, level 1, 2 level 1s, 3 level 1s, something like that. So that's not definitely the fastest. But again, she will be picture made to defeat Dark Phoenix and to defeat Serpent as well, obviously. And now we have Carolina Dean, who is a Cosmic Champion, and she's a picture-made champion to destroy Zola, because she can parry projectiles. She can easily heavy him. She has access to passive stance, and loads of damage types that effectively bypasses Zola's cowardice, because she deals most with instant incinerates and the like. She kind of reminds me of Phoenix type thing. And also, you do need to be standing in sunlight to power her, because of course you do. And there you go. So she can absolutely destroy Zola. We're going to get her ability mock-up soon as well. But obviously, we're going to see her full deep dives where we're going to have a better idea how well they're going to do. She has access to Pulverize as well. Passive stun, Incinerates, vulnerabilities, parry projectiles via her buff, and power gain. So, looks quite good, to be honest. Like, objectively, she looks like she would be a meta champion as well, answering modern problems. So Carolina Dean, 100% resistance to Incinerate, immune to Special and Power Lock, Cold Snap and Frostbite. Indefinite Instinct buff to parry non-contact attacks, gains iridescence buffs by basking in the sunlight. The sun appears throughout the battlefield, consumes iridescence to gain glancing buffs and inflict energy vulnerability and passive incinerates. Oh, she's gonna have glancing as well. Awesome. Special attacks do burst per personal incinerates. And then, obviously, because it's June, we're going to get our Pride event, where you're going to get all the rainbow profile pictures and all that other stuff. We are getting Captain Britain rework, which kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what to think about it, but she is the target of the new double track, right? And now she's going to have access to Neuroshocks. She will obviously still inflict like slows, and she's going to have Safeguard. And she's going to be a better tankier defender as well. So you can get her by getting that double track. Going to be interesting to see what they do with her in as far as her inclusion in the crystals. But all basic attacks deal energy damage now, inflicts Neuroshocks, inflicts exhaustion passives. Start each fight with a Safeguard passive, gains prowess and power efficiency. Slow on her special 1, power efficiency on her special 3. We do actually have her full list of abilities on the website already. I checked, but again, that's going to be a separate video. God, I have so much work to do. Now we have double track. Captain Britain will be available for trade-in starting June 4th. So if you're going to want to buy ahead of the double track, which I'm sure plenty of people will, you're going to be able to get your hands on Sansa Captain Britain quite early and quick, unlike with the Cyclops. And then we have the new idol champion. It's going to be Solwart. We don't have much info about him. We do have, however, a graph of how you acquire him. Effectively, for those of you who have played last 3 months, it's going to be exactly the same type of situation as with Lumitrix. So you're going to get some Shatter Essences from AQ raids. Then for Balgron's seasons by getting to the GC. Then if you do play C5 or higher, you can get additional ones. Captain Britain Double Track event, again AW Showcase, Incursion, Saga Selector, Balgron Season 30, AQ Raids again, Balgron Season qualifying for GC, AQ Raids again. So you can, as a free-to-play player, you can get 8 plus, pending your placement in C5 or higher, plus being able to grind to the top spot in Arena. You can get additional ones, but basically 8 is what you can get for free to play, unless you're like a hardcore gamer, and then 4 more is what you need. Then there was some more PC stuff. The PC version is joining Steam soon. Coming soon, box correction from Fantastic Force tiered offer, randomized. No, choose your own offer. Yes, this way you can cash in keys to craft the offer you want and power up your sense of Fantastic Four Saga champions 1 tier at a time. Apparently there was some mistake with that, but the endgame content, and the endgame content does sound quite interesting. So, going to be 3 quest chapters. Each quest is exactly the same. Team size of 1, 7 stars only. Choice node between each fight. Limited pool based on tanks. So it's kind of going to be like Crucible, but significantly harder and more limited. Champion pool gets smaller each quest. Each time you sub out a champion, you heal to full. Quest makeup, 12 unique bosses. Deathless Thanos, final boss. And it is aspirational event content, so people do warn that it is going to be hard. It is going to cost items, and many will fail initially. So the rewards... Well, the rewards, 1 second. My phone capture is acting up again, which is kind of funny, but okay. So the rewards, there we go. So the rewards do get increasingly and progressively better. Obviously, initial one only has like 1 tier 4 alpha there. That's of consequence. But then you can see some Titan crystals, 7-star shards. You're going to get a full tier, well, rank 4 7-star from this event as well. And there's going to be a unique selector in the rewards as well. Which we can see here, which is going to be one of the 12 champions that will be featured as the defenders in the quest itself. And it will have Spiral, it will have Serpent, it will have Bullseye, it will have a whole bunch of others. That is going to be quite an interesting selector for sure. And obviously some other 7-star crystals and more tier 7 basics, as you see here. In total 3 of them for a full rank 4. 1 7-star awakening gem, some extra tier 4 alphas, Titan crystals and Titan shards. So the rewards are good for sure. So I very much so look forward to... Oh, 1 second. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Grandmaster's Grace version 2.0. So this is going to be the whole thing where when you open crystals, you get your guaranteed crystals. That's coming back with the new champions. So featured 7-star every 120 crystals, 7-star every 25 crystals is guaranteed now. 6-star or better every 3 crystals. Which, you know, eventually, I mean, like, ultimately, it is kind of a good thing, because even if you open a few crystals now and then, you know, eventually you will get that guaranteed 7-star. And you will just kind of need to be very wise when you want to use it, basically. So, web store, market, loyalty, that's another thing as well. So, web store is getting its own currency as well now. So, let's invent Radiance so we can get rid of other currencies. And now, let me introduce the new currency after the Radiance. Each item purchased in the Summoner's Market now grants a new web store currency that never expires. At launch, exchangeable for profile picture, emotes, or 7-star incursion crystal. Target date, June the 9th. So they kind of went with their updates to roadmaps. So the Radiance is live, Alliance War, a new thing is live, Battlegrounds, they have completed some. They are still working on dynamic matchmaking by tier, dynamic win-loss impact by tier, elo decay to reduce parking, and the removal of accept or decline button, replaced by an automatic match countdown. That's fine, you know, they're working. So what about side quests? Still in progress. Raids, there you go. Fantastic for themed raids bosses. So the raids are changing again. Forum post coming soon. Additions to all champion pools and new raid roll boost test map. Okay, I like that. Future timeline to be determined though. Raid month. Now this is kind of cool. More details next month, but for July, we're gonna get 4 weeks of raids with cheaper entry cost. I must emphasize that they specifically said it's not going to be the 180 tickets, and it's going to be raid bonanza, which I love, which basically means more easy rewards, and also much more downtime from AQ, which is great. Like, because I do raids every week gladly, not for the additional cost. If the cost is lower, I want to do raids every week. It's much, 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 much better than doing AQ. Statcast relics. So soon we're going to be getting the new relics, but they will be released in batches. So coming in August, 1 primary attribute and 1 secondary attribute as a bonus stat that they give you. Bonuses on both attack and defense, which I'm not a fan of because they will boost, you know, already nasty defenders. No runes or slots choice. And future deck diary works, but basically they're going to be a simplified version of relics, giving you, you know, extra attack or crit rating or something, and you know, use them as a striker basically. So here we can see some of them, the new ones coming. They're going to be different color, but we don't have all the other details. Fantastic Force recruitment featured as July side quest. This is going to be something interesting. So 2-star focus. Everyone gets a grant, so everybody's going to get like 52 maxed out 2 stars. Competitive meta event format, which is going to be wild. Can play as much as you want, and highest ranks rewarded with a featured 7-star champion. That seems quite wild, to be honest. Additionally, I did want to tell you that there is a promo code. Let me... MCOC June. So the promo code for is MCOC June. So that is the promo code. Also, there was a leak that they slipped in the stream, and that leak is High Evolutionary as being the next month's champion. So next month, in July, one of the two champions is going to be High Evolutionary, the villain from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, I think I have covered everything from the stream, and I hope you guys found this video useful, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the